Apparently, I've lived anything but a normal life. And that is according to my friends. My stories of dating, sex, and life in general tend to make them laugh, and for years, they've told me I needed to share them with the world. So I decided that in the middle of a pandemic, it was a great time to start a podcast about the things that, well, entertain me. So grab a cocktail with us and welcome to the hot mess that is my life as an almost 40-year-old single makeup artist living in a college town in Florida. This is Kara's Lipstick Diary. Well, you guys, we are back, and I am super excited. I have one of my besties here with me, and she works in the event world with me. And event world is a little bit crazy. I don't care if you're doing a small event or like a massive event, something is going to go wrong. And the stories of working in event life is quite entertaining and quite a lot of fun. It's stressful in the middle of it, but then it leads to great entertainment afterwards. So my friend Kristin is here with me. She is an event planner. She runs a venue, so she has seen it all over the years. I've been in event world and theater world since I was like 15, and as we know, I'm getting old, so it's been quite a while. So thank you, Kristin, for coming on the show. I'm very excited. So we start with cocktails, and today's cocktail we have, do you notice how I'm actually remembering the names of these cocktails? Like, I'm getting better. I'm getting much better. I'm not quite as big of a hot mess. But this is a chocolate orange martini. So it's like, some like vodka and some orange liqueur and some chocolate and orange something and some oranges, which I actually picked from the tree in my backyard. I have an orange tree in my backyard. I don't know if it's my tree or my neighbor's tree, but I kind of sneak out and steal the oranges to put in my drinks because, well, I can. But I don't know whose tree it is, and I'm just going with it's mine.
I'm sure they don't care.
I don't think they notice. I don't think anyone cares that I'm stealing their oranges. So, anyways, is it good? Did I poison you? Is it, edible?
It's delicious. It's like an adult Tootsie Roll.
I like that story. Adult Tootsie Roll with orange zest in it. Makes it fancier.
Although I'm missing my glitter.
I know. I'm sorry. The glitter doesn't show up in these milkier looking drinks. It just doesn't read as properly.
Next time.
Totally next time. All right. So event worlds.
Let's get into it.
Oh, I love event world, and it drives me insane all at the same time, but I do love it. So for instance, I have found, and I don't know if you found this to be true, in the world of weddings, if a wedding cake falls apart before the ceremony, the marriage isn't going to last. This has become an ongoing thing that I have noticed. Do you have this with your brides? Have your brides not made it through with a dissolving cake? Disintegrating cake?
I don't have any yet that haven't made it through. I've definitely had some wedding cakes that were the Leaning Tower of cake, but it's been...
I've had several. One was a wedding that I actually worked, and the entire cake fell on the floor, and then they tried to squish it back together.
Oh no.
And that marriage didn't last. And then a fellow wedding vendor I knew, her cake, she had an outdoor wedding, and it got completely covered in ants.
Oh no.
And her marriage didn't last. And so this is an ongoing theme that I'm seeing. So
we'll see in about a year if mine, because I've had 2 Leaning Tower of cakes recently. Yeah. So we'll see if they last.
Big thing, y'all, when you're hiring vendors, hire a real baker, because cakes actually take math and science to stand up.
Yeah.
Not usually, something your great Aunt Sally might be able to do. So
love you, Aunt Sally, but
love you. Make the cookies and the cupcakes, but the multi-tiered cake, maybe stay away from it. So that's an ongoing issue that I see at weddings, is cakes falling over and other disasters in the area of food. What are some of the other biggest things you've seen happen in event world that was totally out of the control of the person throwing the event, but ended up happening?
What haven't I seen? Seriously. I mean, you see something different at every event, and it's hard to even keep track of everything.
And that's the thing, you can't plan for these disasters because it's the thing you didn't know was going to happen.
Right.
I mean, I've literally been in event world for 25 years now. And literally we just did a wedding a month ago, and the poor bridesmaid had gotten her dress altered. Oh my God, this poor bridesmaid. I felt so bad for her. It was so bad. She had gotten pregnant, and so they took the bridesmaid's dress to have it altered so it had a corset in the back. But whoever the hell altered this dress, and it was not local, so I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, fucked it up so royally that literally there was an opening straight down her butt. Literally, you had a full view of this poor chick's ass. For anybody who was walking behind her. which she's walking down an aisle. So that would have been on view for everyone in attendance. So this woman luckily had fashion tape on her. I had run out. And the next thing I know, I am literally taping this bridesmaid's dress together.
And it held all night.
Yo, I am good with my fashion tape. I know how to hold shit together.
She's taping up a dress. Dream team.
Total dream team. We made shit happen. That poor girl did not have to walk down the aisle with her ass hanging out. Because can you imagine? Like, what do you do?
No one would forget that wedding.
No one would have forgotten her wedding. This poor bridesmaid. She was lovely too, and it wasn't her fault.
She was so sweet and calm. She was
like,
okay,
cool.
Let's do it.
That's okay. I'll be careful when I sit down. And I was like, thanks.
I don't think she sat all night.
I don't think she did either, because she had sat right before the wedding in the like holding room, and it undid. And I think after that she was like terrified. I'm like, not sitting down all night long, just gonna stand. So that was crazy. What are some of the other things like? God, I'm trying to think of other stories we've had.
Definitely weather. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that's totally out of anybody's control. You can monitor the weather app, but sometimes it's not accurate. Well, storms will roll in out of nowhere.
That same day, my assistant was, it was pouring down rain, and I was like carrying the umbrella and the wedding dress, getting this poor girl to her ceremony.
I was literally like running down, getting people into the church. Kara's holding the dress. I'm scrambling
Total
back.
monsoon is happening. And then my assistant was doing a wedding, and that venue, she was supposed to have the wedding outdoors. They moved it indoors, and they lost power right as the wedding was supposed to start.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Gotta love Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. And we did a gala together, and literally a tropical storm came through, and half of our event was supposed to be outdoors.
Yep. Reconfiguring whole floor plans.
Day of. Total day of. So groomsmen tend to be an event disaster. Y'all do not have a lot of groomsmen in your wedding, because it's gonna be a disaster. What are some horrific groomsmen stories you have? Because I've got some.
Being late to the wedding, forgetting their shoes. I mean, you name it. Shoes falling apart. Being so drunk they can hardly function.
That's the drunkenness. I've had them flip a golf cart right before the ceremony. That was great. Fantastic. Y'all just flipped a golf cart.
No biggie.
No biggie. I had a groomsman fall down 2 flights of stairs before the ceremony had started. He said he was fine. By the way, he was not a spring chicken. Pretty sure he felt that the next day. Yeah, I've definitely had some crazy groomsmen, very gropey groomsmen.
Yeah.
Very gropey groomsmen.
Oh, yeah. I've had someone come up and dance on me and accidentally lift my dress up.
Oh, accidentally. Hey.
He got in trouble from his wife and promptly left.
Yeah, and there's also a reason many of us have clauses in our contracts that say we're going to leave if things go wrong.
It genuinely was an accident, but it was definitely embarrassing for both of us.
But still.
And then we have the girls who are sometimes very late. I've had ceremonies start an hour late because the girls just didn't show up on time.
And how often do you have the sister or the bridesmaid who is jealous of the bride and causing total drama?
Yeah. Sometimes the mom too.
Oh,
you know,
I've had to escort out a mother before. Literally have had to escort one out.
Yeah.
I had one mama who I thought was popping mints. She was popping Vicodin, and then got hold of the vodka.
Woo,
this was all before the ceremony. I was really glad I wasn't staying for the reception of that wedding. And the poor bride was just lovely. And like her poor mama she literally goes up to the bride as we're walking to the ceremony and grabs the bride's face and is swaying, doing this motion, holding the bride's face, and goes, don't worry, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to embarrass you. Oh, okay. Pretty sure you just did, sweetie. Pretty sure you just did. But yeah, mothers of the bride are a total challenge.
Yeah, you gotta love the family drama.
Yeah.
I always ask my couples, is there any family drama situations I need to know about? Because I've definitely had things come up the day of where I was like, ooh, I did not know that, and you should have told me, because this could have been avoided, but this is awkward.
There's definitely those situations where it's a mixed family and certain people don't talk to each other. Yeah. I've had children or other family members, this has happened I think twice now, where they've come out as transgender at the wedding. That was a surprise. Good for you. Choose your timing. It was really like no one knew what to do. It like
kind of stealing the thunder.
Totally stole the thunder. Totally stole the thunder. I've had sisters who were supposed to be maids of honor not show up to the wedding. It's an interesting thing that we watch how things explode around us.
It's a huge life event, and it brings out a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
A lot of people, some good, some bad, and you just never know what you're going to get.
We never know. This was a wedding I worked on with a different event planner. I don't know if you've ever had something like this where the couple doesn't actually tell you everything that they're planning for their wedding.
Oh, almost every wedding. I don't want to say every wedding, because there's some perfect couples, but
there are very few.
It's a lot to remember.
And this was one of my absolute, this wedding was a little chaotic, but I absolutely love this client. She's fabulous. But we somehow did not find out. This wedding was at a beach, which, give me a beach any day, y'all. But you do have to take into account what a beach wedding means.
Yeah. Not as easy as it sounds.
Not as easy as it sounds at all. We had 20-mile-an-hour winds during this wedding. But somehow it wasn't communicated to the event planner that they were going to take, I'm not religious, so I may be saying the wrong words, but is it sacrament where they do the blood and that thing. They were taking that thing and didn't bother telling anyone. And so the priest minister guy didn't know that it was happening, and the wedding planner didn't know that it was happening, and none of us knew that this was happening. And
Did
here
they
we
even
are.
Have wine and crackers or anything?
They had none of that, and she didn't drink.
Kind
of important, and she didn't drink. And so we were literally on the beach, and there was one of those beach convenience stores, and they had just closed, and the wedding planner and I are pounding.
Do those things even sell wine and crackers, though?
No. We got Welch's grape juice and a hamburger bun.
There you go.
We made that shit work.
Hey, that's event life. You got to improvise, right?
We improvise through it.
There will be a problem, and you got to figure out how to fix it. So,
and
there you go.
That's what we do. I've done that. I had a wedding where they had the marriage license, and they put it in the pastor's office because, that's the safe place to put it, right? Well, the pastor was sick and no-showed, and the office was locked. And the wedding planner and I were literally trying to pick the lock of the pastor's office. We're we're going to hell. There's no question of it. We're literally going to hell right now, but we have to get that marriage license.
Yeah.
So those are some of my crazy ones. I know you have crazy stories.
I've definitely had the marriage license. I've had people forget the rings. We get to the ceremony, and it's uh-oh, and they have to turn to their maid of honor and best man, hey, can we borrow that? And just slip it on for the ceremony and then put the real rings on later. It's a big day. There's a lot going on for me as a coordinator, for the bride, the groom, the whole wedding party, everybody involved.
Yeah.
We've got a limited amount of time to get so much done, and everybody's just running around like crazy. So basically, you just expect the unexpected and
totally
think on your feet, figure out how to fix a problem, make it happen.
The show must go on.
Keep smiling, keep everybody calm, and,
I think
just roll with it.
Coming from the world of theater, I came from live theater where shit happened. And you had that mentality of the show must go on. Events are the same way.
Right.
I was doing a play one time. Oh God, I had some stories. I did one time, and this was back before there was things like Bluetooth. So we did not have wireless headphones. Our headsets were attached to the wall. And if you went too far, you were out. And so something happened, and my assistant stage manager who was backstage, hers got pulled out of the wall. And it shot the entire system. The entire headset system went down, you guys. I'm up in a booth, which is on the second floor. I have my sound guy, my light guy. Outside the door is a spot op. There's another spot op on the other side that I can't get to. And then I have two stage managers backstage who are running each side of the stage. My very next cue was a pyrotechnic. As in an explosive.
Oh my God.
It was based off of a girl looking down, and as she came back up, it was supposed to explode. So if you do it at the wrong time, I'm blowing this chick's face off. And I have to call it because I'm the one with the visual. So this is literally in 2002. So we don't even have three-way calling on cell phones at this time. None of this exists. So I suddenly had 4 cell phones, and I was juggling them. And we didn't blow the girl's face off. She kept her face. Thank God. Very impressive. Thank God. Well, you've actually met this person too. She sang at the Rosé Gala. Oh, she's lovely. She's one of my good friends. I don't know if she knows that I almost blew her face off. I almost blew your face off. We didn't. I promise. We did not blow her face off.
Saved the day.
But that, I think, coming from working in live theater where we had the mentality of the show must go on.
Yeah.
Must, do whatever it takes to make the event happen. It is the same in event world.
Yeah,
It's just, you're not working with actors who are trained for that. You're working with actual humans,
right?
Who have no idea this shit's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of times they don't even know what happened because you just fix it, make it happen. Nobody even knows the difference. So,
well, and that's one of the things I always tell my brides. There is a reason you hire event planners.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to know the shit's happening. And it's going to happen. Every wedding, something happens.
Something is going to. No matter how much you plan, something happens.
I don't think I've ever done a single event or wedding where we didn't have something happen.
Even if it's small. I mean, there's just things come up. Always. Yeah.
It's absolutely, but some of them are more entertaining than others.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I've had before, when I used to live out of state, the venue I worked at, we had a tornado come through. All of a sudden, everybody's phones started going off. We had alerts. And
oh, my God.
We were outside in a tent. So we were rushing to evacuate everybody because there was a tornado coming. And the mother of the groom wouldn't leave until we gave her all of her wine. And we were like, we'll give it to you tomorrow. Like, assuming everything's still here.
We're not stealing your wine, but there's a tornado coming.
Yeah,
Can you please evacuate?
Kind of need you to go home and get to a safe place.
Well, that wine was some special wine, y'all.
I guess she figured if she was going out, she was going out with her wine. So, but
get a little tipsy. That's how I like to roll. So, I appreciate her.
Yeah.
Totally appreciate her.
It's not like Florida where we can have hurricane parties. I mean, the tornadoes just roll up and they're like, hey, I'm here.
Hey, and I'm going to take everything with me.
Yeah, I'm taking your wine.
Yeah. Good luck.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Weather disasters are always an interesting one, and other like physical building issues.
Yeah.
I used to run events at a theater here in town, and we had an opening night, and as we were having our VIPs leave the VIP party, sewage started coming out of the floor.
I've had that before too.
Yes,
yep, coming into the venue.
Like you walk in and it's like sewage rising out of the ground, and you're
not a good time.
What do I do?
Like, and what can you do?
There's nothing you can do. Like there's literally shit coming out of the ground.
Literally.
Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's make this work. Quick change.
Yeah.
Change of
Everybody
location.
outside.
Really fast. And when I tell you to leave, there's a reason.
Yeah. Or if you have plan to have tables and chairs outside and then the weather comes through and you have to move everything in, but you're kind of tight on space. I mean, the weather is just a huge factor. So you definitely have to plan for that. And I mean,
we did this gala in 2019, and we had planned to have the entire outdoors with the silent auction, and our aerial dancers were supposed to be in a specific place, and all of a sudden, literally, we have a tropical storm coming through. And we're like, shit. Like, what do we do? Day of, we were reconfiguring and we had planned that. I mean, we were planned down to the every little detail that could possibly be planned, but like we didn't know there was going to be a freaking tropical storm.
Rain blowing in.
It
was bad.
It was really, I mean, luckily
but the event was good.
The event was kick-ass.
So good.
It was really kick-ass.
Really
y'all.
was.
We did a good job on that
it.
event. We handled the chaos that was occurring that like no one knew was happening, because there was, there was definitely some chaos happening.
Yeah. Always. Yep. And then, sometimes food and beverage. I've had weddings where all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to run out of alcohol. And so we get the client's credit card, run out, get more booze. I've had weddings where unfortunately the caterer didn't prepare correctly. We've run out of food,
or they forgot to bring the flatware.
Yep. I've had that, or, just linens. We're running out of linens, or, some are stained. Just always have extra of everything.
Always. Yes. Plan for things you would never imagine happening, and be very aware of the people you have with you, because that's really it is really entertaining how your friends and family are going to act at big events.
Yeah.
Just be aware that they're going to be on their worst behavior,
especially with alcohol. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. Cheers. But it always makes it more entertaining when there's lots of alcohol.
Absolutely.
Because people just become interesting.
And throw in dancing on tables, sometimes medical emergencies. I mean, you name it. We've seen it.
Breaking out at events. Oh, yeah. We've seen it all, y'all.
Yep.
Literally all of it.
Having to act as bouncers, hiring security, worrying about wedding crashers.
Yep. All of that happens. But yeah, I think, you and I have experienced some definitely interesting and entertaining things. For the most part, events go well.
Yeah.
But there's going to be those ones where this shit hits the fan.
Sometimes it does. But, they always end up going well. You fix the bumps in the road and then keep a smile on your face and just keep on going.
But just so you know, your photographer can't edit out drunk.
That's so true.
That's going to be in your wedding photos.
That is so true.
Or your event photos.
And your video.
Yeah.
Well, you can edit it out of a video somewhat. But if you're drunk the whole time, it's going to be in there.
It's going to be in there. It's going to be in there. But yeah, we definitely have an entertaining job that keeps us on our toes, and we see some crazy stuff.
Like pandemics.
Oh, hey.
Can we talk about last year, 2020? What was that?
the entire event world just evaporated.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, okay, I'm a makeup artist. I work with production, like TV, film, commercial stuff. I work with events, weddings, special events, performers. That's a whole nother market. And then I work with individual clients for family photos, makeup lessons, all of that. Y'all, all three of my damn industries went down at the same time. It was insane. Events, like, still nobody's planning.
Crash and burned.
2022 is going to be an epic year for events.
I'm ready for it.
We are going to be like off the chain for 2022 events. But
call us.
Exactly, right? Please call us. We would like to pay our mortgage. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, it's having a pandemic and having to transform the way we do events in like no time.
Yeah.
Was insane.
Well, and for me as a coordinator, just the amount of logistics, having to deal with all of the postponements, the cancellations, working with all the different vendors to get everyone on the same page to make sure they're all available for the same date. And, you know,
it doesn't all work.
Completely unknown territory for everybody.
And when we came back into event world, we didn't know what the hell we were walking into.
Yeah.
I was wearing 2 masks and a visor, and literally I kept Lysol in the back of my car because all the drunk groomsmen would hang on me.
Well, and you're right up in everybody's face.
I'm in people's faces.
You're up close and personal.
Like, my perfume became Lysol. I was like, y'all, I just smell like Lysol now. Just go with it. It's my personal perfume. Hope you like it.
It's a new trend.
Like, it's the trend.
Get the scented kind.
Exactly. It was nice orange blossom scent. It was lovely. I didn't smell like chemicals at all.
OJ Lysol.
But yeah, I think our event world is beginning to come back.
I think so.
God.
Yeah.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready for all y'all's crazy that I get to deal with. Like, I'm ready for it back again.
So ready for it.
So ready.
The drunk groomsmen, the late bridesmaids, like, we're ready for you.
We're ready for you guys.
Bring it on.
We're ready for your fundraisers, the whole 9 yards. I'm ready for the crazy insanity of event life to come back. Well, Kristin, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking about some of the weird shit we deal with. This is what we do, y'all. We make things go smoothly when all hell's breaking loose. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in for our next episode.